So we're back again, and we're actually on Mega Random, and the players that we have are TheViper playing in the yellow, playing as the Huns, and Mr. Yo playing in the blue as the Huns. Now, probably the biggest thing you've noticed about this map straight away, if you've been looking at the minimap, is the fact that players have started off with 3 town centers, 9 villages, 3 scouts. So this is pretty intense. It's essentially like double Arabia, if you've seen that map where the players start off with the 2 town centers, but in this one they're just starting off with 3, and it's more of kind of like a Baltic type of feel to it. So it's definitely a really interesting one, and I'm really interested to see where it goes actually, and how everyone chooses to advance, and what they decide to do. So we'll have to keep an eye on quite a lot of this, honestly. Let's just refresh the score there. There we go. So let's just have a quick look at the map. Very resource heavy. We've got 2 massive piles of stone here, massive pile of gold there, lots of deer here. We'll go around and have a look at vipers first, so we've got that. Another gold over here, we've got some berries here, and that's the first town center. Second town center, berries, gold, stone, deer. Small attack over there, stone, gold, deer. Forest over there, bit of forest over there. This town center definitely not getting the best forest. In fact, most of them don't actually have quite nice areas. Over here for Viper, we've got gold, stone, deers, more deer, berries, gold, boar, stone. So it's definitely a very resource-heavy map. Mr. Yo having his berries, gold, wood, boar, gold, stone, stone, stone. This one over here. Lots of deer across here, actually. Berries towards the back here, stone, stone, and gold, wood over here, so not too bad. And for him, we've got the stone, gold, gold, stone, wood. So, berries, boar, another boar over there. So this is definitely going to be taking it out of our players right now. The multitasking is going to be absolutely insane. All 3 scouts actually over here for Mr. Yo at the moment, because they're actually going to be able to get some harassment, because as we know, 3 scouts definitely can do a lot of damage, but they don't have that +2 attack upgrade, which is why they're really popular in Feudal Age. But still, they can definitely do some damage and get some good harassment in there. So let's just have a good look at the areas that we've actually got. Looks like we're going to see a bit of fighting between here, because Mr. Yo is definitely stepping forward here trying to take this deer. I would say that they are designated to him, because Viper's got these ones over here, but I would say that over here actually is probably going to be, my guess, where the main fighting is going to start. As well, we've got to remember, we do have this beautiful ocean that we can be using to get some fish out of, so whether either player decides to go for a dock or not, or just for something else. So let's actually have a look here right now. We're at 7 minutes into the game. We've got Viper on 45 population, Mr. Yo on 44, no dock for anyone yet. These scouts still just lingering over here, no one going up to the next stage yet. And well, just the amount of multitasking here would have just been absolutely insane. It's just such a good map, I love it. We're definitely going to see some pretty intense fighting, pretty quick out. We're either going to see some kind of a fast castle thing, so they are going to have a lot of resources built up, because as we know, they do have a lot more villages, or we're going to see some really heavy feudal fighting, which is always nice as well. And it looks like scout versus scout here. Viper does look like his scouts are a little bit stronger, and taking one out there. Looks like they've left them on stand ground though. That is definitely going to hurt, but still without that +2 making it 5 attack, really not that much to do. And looks like continuing to fight this one out here. Viper not advancing. Do we have Yo? Nope, not advancing either. They don't even have the resources to actually, but considering they're doing villager production from 3 town centers, it makes perfect sense. Really they don't, but kind of interesting thing there. Mr. Yo definitely got a lot of buildings out at the moment. Viper still pushing out here. Boar in over here. Looks like just finishing up over here, moving to the deer. No gold villages yet for Mr. Yo. Viper not moving onto it yet either, by the looks of things. No. But still, very intense play from both players at the moment. We have seen quite a bit of scout fighting, and there goes the barracks from Mr. Yo. It looks like he could be trying to fight on this side up over here. Could be good, because a lot of these resources over here, and deer definitely could push Viper away from all of these. Whereas over here, really there's only this gold, stone, and berries. There's actually a boar there as well. He could push on from either side, just like both players could. This Viper pushing through this side are probably less worth it, because all he's going to do is cut off those berries. Might get a little bit of harassment on that wood. If he comes in through here though, stone, gold, deer, wood, he can kind of negate all of that and try and stop Mr. Yo from using it. So there we go. Mr. Yo going up to the Feudal Age. Viper already halfway there, around about a third actually. 60 population for him, Mr. Yo on 61, so we're quite close actually. Viper definitely going to be able to put the pressure on nice and early though. Another mill going up over here. Have we seen a barracks for him anywhere yet? Saying that, Mr. Yo, your barracks is done. Militia actually coming out from him. Viper, no barracks on the way yet. Could actually see Mr. Yo go for some kind of man-at-arms push here, actually, which could be really interesting. And it looks like he's just going to be pushing across here, which, yeah, that could do a lot of damage if Viper's not prepared for it. Man-at-arms definitely being one of the stronger Feudal Age units straight off the bat. And here they come. Looks like those scouts are getting in there as well. Saying that, Viper should be just about up. Let's fast forward it just a little bit. And just how quickly they're going to be maxed on this map is actually going to be really scary. And so, yeah, you know, that's not a great uptime if you're playing normally. But when you're upping like that with 68 population, that's a lot. That's really good play by him. And stable coming up over here, so it looks like we're going to be seeing some kind of push there. Mr. Yo still not having that extra attack on these scouts because he hasn't upped yet. Viper definitely going to be pushing down here with some scouts by the look of it. Could put some archer ranges up as well. Has a lot of resources to be able to start this fighting with. Militia again, still not so good against villagers. So nothing's changed there really. Swapping over to Mr. Yo. More militia on the way actually, and he's about to hit the Feudal Age. Definitely trying to get some damage in there, which should be nice, but how's he going to be defending this? What's he going for? Is he going for archery, or is he just going to keep pumping out the militia? Man-at-arms on the way. That won't be good for Viper, actually. Mr. Yo taking a really good lead here, actually. And saying that, I'm looking for an archery or something else that he wants to come up. Nope. Looks like this militia hero as well should just about be advanced. There we go, 59, 60. And Viper's got his smith up already. He could actually be going for a castle age. Yes, he is. He's going straight up to castle age. Most likely going to be going for knights because he has a nice little stable out already. And here we go, man-at-arms. These guys are going to be putting a lot of pressure onto villagers because once you go up to man-at-arms, it's pretty much a death sentence to fight them with a villager. So it could be a lot of damage over here. And Viper doing the smart thing here and kind of retreating out. Looks like he's going to go for it, actually. Killing off one. Definitely keeping up with his micro, though, keeping all these villagers relatively spread out. Mr. Yo doing a great job on the defense, though. Archer Rangers coming up on this side. I think he's happy with the amount of harass he's getting on this side at the moment, so why not go for the other one? Another stable coming up on this side, so it looks like he's going to be going for a double knights at this stage. And the economies are looking pretty good, honestly. Mr. Yo having that really good lead at the moment, but he hasn't started going up to Castle Age, only just started then, so Viper's still behind a bit. So could just be the amount of kills that Mr. Yo's got, or he could just have a much better eco at this stage. 74 population for Mr. Yo, Viper on 71, so it could be going towards Viper, actually, because he doesn't have much military out, whereas Mr. Yo has 3 men-at-arms, so it's actually going to be pretty equal on that way. What are we seeing here? Wall come up over here. What's the plan here? Mr. Yo, wall this off here. Looks like he doesn't want any harass coming in through here. Hasn't walled this section here though, and that could hurt when Viper gets to Castle Age, which should be any second. Well, in about a minute. But still, men-at-arms over here, still trying to get a little bit of harassment, which is nice. Forced to engage with those villagers again. And looks like they're all going to survive. The wall hasn't exactly come up for Viper yet. Mr. Yo definitely doing well here with his pressure. He's playing an extremely good game here. But this map, you're definitely not ready for it if a map like this is sprung on you. Starting gold collection there. Looks like gold collection anywhere else over here. So it looks like Viper's getting ready to go into that big knight kind of push that we're about to see. And these men-at-arms still hanging around. They're still doing quite a bit of damage. They've actually got their +1 armor, which is really nice. And there we go from Viper. Are we seeing, yes, knights, forging upgrade already out. So this could be bad for Mr. Yo if he doesn't get any harass quickly, but he's still doing quite well. He's going to be up in Castle Age soon. He's going to be able to get out spears to deal with this if he really needs to. If not, he can just try and build up this wall. What are we seeing? Another archer range come down, so it looks like we're going to be seeing knights versus cavalry archers here. And if Viper doesn't do something quickly, this wall's going to be up. Come on, he's got the +1 armor. Bloodline's already done. Come on, there's 2 spots left there. Get in there. Or not. Just gonna go through the. Looks like he's gonna be forced to beat down that wall. These knights over here trying to deal. Well, knight is trying to deal with these men-at-arms. Men-at-arms doing a good job at keeping the harassment on. Actually, Mr. Yo been doing this really well, pretty much the entire game, keeping a lot of harass on him. And it looks like this wall over here will be stopped from coming up. Just 213 hit points on that, so still quite a bit. But he's gonna be able to trap these 4 villagers here and kill them all off, which is exactly what you want. These men-at-arms over here still doing a lot of damage. That knight slowly cleaning it up. But of course, these men-at-arms here, quite strong units, and I don't think he should be advancing them. No, he's not going up anymore. Should be going, yes, the cavalry archer way, there we go. That's stable, of course, up, so he can get that bloodlines on his cavalry archers, give him that little bit of extra HP, which is really nice. Mr. Yo walling off this side here as well. He's actually walled off most of his map right now. Only thing he doesn't really have going for him is just this little bit here, and it looks like he's about to plug that hole right now. Cavalry archers are out. They do have their bodkin arrow. And it looks like there's still quite a few knights out here for Viper. There's actually a lot to watch in this game, and I'm really interested to see where it goes to next. Could see Imperial out of Viper if he decides to go for it, and he's starting to save up actually. He could go for it. These cavalry archers definitely going to be hard to deal with. Dot coming up, so he could be going for a transport ship, trying to get a few knights over there. Definitely a good plan. And did we just see, yes, more knights running across. Transport ship. Yes, transport ship on the way. This could be an interesting one here from Viper, especially if he lands like over here and just disrupts this gold, kills off a few of these. Looks like we've got Mr. Yo going for water as well. Is he going for galleys or? Yes, Mr. Yo going for galleys right now, so Viper could actually lose the water here. Which is going to be really big, because we are going to see the use of transport ships in this, as we can tell by the fact Viper's already building one. So that's going to be really interesting, and +2 armor on them now, only lacking the +1 attack, well, +2 attack, which is going to be really helpful. So Viper going to be able to do quite a bit here. Anything else? It looks like another town center going up for Viper, going for that 4 town center boom, and in come the cavalry archers by the look of it. This could be bad for Viper right now. Losing 1 villager. It looks like though Mr. Yo's not going to be ready for these knights though. And what's he going to do with these guys? Going to come down here or? I don't know where he's going to go. But these cavalry archers here definitely outnumbering these knights, so not looking good for Viper right now. Gonna really have to get some good harassment with these ones. Microing at those cavalry archers back, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out quite a few of these guys. Lucky for Viper, he's already got that +2 attack there. How are we looking resource-wise? Viper having a few more resources built up there. Knights, not really a lot they can do, honestly. Well, players are going to have to start getting some siege out right now. I actually have a fire ship out for Mr. Yo, so he's going for some kind of damage over here. He's definitely taking control of the water. Don't know what these knights are going to be doing though while Mr. Yo is getting all this harassment over here. He's actually killed off quite a few knights. More stables coming up for Viper right now, because he needs to start getting quite a few units out to try and deal with these cavalry archers. It doesn't look like we're going to see skirmishes to try and counter. I haven't seen any efforts of a siege workshop coming up either, so I don't think he's going to be going for a mangonel to try and defend off this. It looks like... Ooh, just hasn't seen it there. Just hasn't seen it. I think Viper just noticed it there. 2 villager kills over here for Viper, not too bad. Mr. Yo still pushing in with these cavalry archers though, and this gold over here could take a real beating if he's not careful. Town center is going up, but it's not going to be up in time if Mr. Yo decides to run straight there. And it looks like that's what he's actually going to be doing. Potentially a lot of villagers lost here for Viper. Let's see how many he gets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could get another 4 on this side. Looks like he's going to get a knight though. His knight's over here, still going though, so still getting a little bit of harassment. Really forcing Mr. Yo to tail him around here. Saying that though, Mr. Yo is starting to take quite a score lead, 300 points his way. Could lose another 4 villagers here actually. Yeah, but there are quite a few knights out here. The knights might just be able to take this one actually. Mr. Yo should probably be focusing on the villagers right about now. Town center is about to go up and getting out of there. Definitely choosing the right decision there. Could go for these gold miners here. Could do a bit of damage against them, but it looks like he's going to try and fight the cavalry archers here. I don't know who... I don't think that's going to work out in Viper's favour. But, you know, they do have good armour, and it's just going to depend a lot on micro. Cavalry archers still moving across here. Viper keeping a good eye on them. 125 population at 21 minutes into the game. Mr. Yo on 122, so it's starting to look like a bit in Viper's favour here. Is this ship still alive? Transport ship's still alive for Viper, which is nice. But he's about to lose his dock on the water, so I don't know how much that's going to help. More cavalry archers are moving in now for Mr. Yo, and they are slowly getting chased away by these knights. But once they get back here and regroup with this lot, could be a bit of trouble. University coming up, so most likely going to see ballistics on the way. So he does have quite a bit of resources there to spend this on. Yep, ballistics on the way. Viper, what's the plan? You need a plan, man. Knights just don't seem to be cutting it right now, especially with Mr. Yo taking the water here. Once he gets these galleys around, he's going to have a pretty good edge to start attacking from. Fire ship there as well, so he's pretty much... There really hasn't been a lot of water play, so... Well, Mr. Yo's pretty much cemented that one. As we can see, no ballistics by these missiles, just cruising through our amount of knights here. Getting a little bit of harass, so these guys might actually be able to get through the gate if they're quick enough, which could be quite damaging. No Viper choosing to get out of there. Probably a good position to be in, to be able to call that one back. And Mr. Yo starting to run out of wood here, gonna have to move on. Definitely starting to look good, probably needs to rebuild his lumber camp there. Moving forward with these villages now, could actually see a castle come up here. Yes, there we go, castle is up on this section over here. Looks like Mr. Yo will be pressuring this side. He's done a good job pressuring this one so far. All Viper's knights are focused over here, so if Viper doesn't see this one coming, it could really hurt. There is an outpost up for him now, and... Yes, he can see that, vaguely, if he's decided to. And how's he going to deal with this? There is actually a castle coming up here. Definitely a smart plan. Might get some docks up, try and get some harassment with them. Idle village there. I don't think he's prepared for this castle, though, honestly. No, he's not. So that's going to really hurt, actually, when he gets through. These war galleys here definitely going to stop these cavalry archers here engage. Well, the knights engaging the cavalry archers here. Mr. Yo playing a pretty great game, honestly. 200 points up. Mr. Yo not advancing, having the resources to go up to the Imperial age though. There we go, Imperial he is. How is Viper looking for Imperial? Viper's still a bit behind, needing another 230 food. And there's a castle coming up over here, so he might not actually get the chance for that. Looks like that villager might just survive. No, didn't make it out of the reach in time. There we go, more stables coming up for Viper right now. And... choosing not to go Imperial yet, which is an interesting one. And there we go, actually going Imperial. So it looks like we're going to see a Paladin versus Heavy Cavalier kind of composition here. Mr. Yo definitely having an advantage having the water though. Because like we've said on previous videos before, a War Galley has 135 HP, which is pretty damaging honestly. We've got 70 on a Cavalry Archer. Siege Workshop coming up on the front here for Mr. Yo, and it looks like he's going to be able to bust through this side over here any second that he really wants to. Barracks only over here. I don't think he's going to be able to really do anything. There is a siege workshop up over here, but I don't think that's really producing anything. Cavalry archers mainly coming in from this side now, and again, how is Viper going to deal with this? He does have this town center art, which is going to put a bit of damage on, but cavalry archers still going to be able to soak up quite a lot of that. They do have their 1 armor upgrade. And a lot of knights actually out here. If he manages to get up to Paladin, he's definitely going to be in a good position to deal with this. But if his economy takes too much damage from these cavalry archers, which are just kind of running around doing what they want, it's not going to go well. So we're just speeding things along here. Another siege workshop coming up. Let's actually see battering rams from Mr. Yo. He wants to end this. Battering rams are generally a good key that your opponent's going for a kill. Mangonel generally means they're playing it safe, but we'll see here. And knights over here getting a bit of damage, but of course these war galleys definitely putting in the damage here. Most likely going to push these guys back, but it looks like Viper actually going for it here. And he's going to be able to take out most of this actually, if his knights just hold up. Hopefully that 2+2 armor really does a good job holding up. Looks like he is slowly weeding through it. Mr. Yo just about to hit Imperial, and he's actually losing quite a bit of his army here. Viper's starting to take the lead. How are we looking? It looks like these cavalry archers could all be killed off. There's no way they can really run away right now. Luckily for him though, he does have this ship support, and that's really what's made the difference here, that he didn't lose them all really easily. Coming back here, another archery range going up for him. Imperial Age just reached 155 population at 28 minutes. Viper about to hit Imperial Age 2, and we are just waiting for that Paladin upgrade right now. So let's see what we got. Should see armor, Cavalier. Are we going to see armor, or does he have another blacksmith? There we go, armor. Cavalier on the way. And doesn't exactly have the resources to keep going with more knights. What's the plan from him? Viper. Two Siege Workshop going up here. Looks like he's going to try and push through here, actually. Siege Workshops generally go up where you want to be pushing, because, of course, Siege Weapon's extremely slow. Looks like Viper actually going for water right now. War Galley at the moment. And what's the plan over here? Anything out of these ones? Nope, but War Galley on the way. Villagers over here getting hit by a few missiles. The Knights over here as well. Should just about be seeing some upgrades here finishing up. And it looks like he's actually running out of there. Fair enough. Galleon. Going for Galleon by any chance? Or doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just going to be staying on a War Galley for a while. And of course he does want to be saving up for that Paladin upgrade, which is a really expensive one. Armor about to finish up. Same with Cavalier. Might go for a push when he gets Cavalier. Could wait for Paladin. That really depends on what he wants to go for. Still seeing no ship upgrades. These Siege Workshops are both up. Captaram on the way. Monastery going up over here, so we could be trying to collect some relics, or yeah, there are a few relics scattered about. Could be just getting some monks out though, just to heal up on his knights. Still only War Galley for Mr. Yeo. I probably can't even get Galleon actually. That wouldn't surprise me for some reason. Cavalier moving out across here. Has got Cavalier. Is he going for Paladin? Blast Furnace on the way. Paladin anywhere? There we go, over here. Definitely going to be a good there. We're seeing, yes, galleys being produced. He's going to be trying to take the water here, so it could be kind of hard. They are just out of range of this castle, so he's going to have to get some more upgrades on that before he can really start to take out these guys. And it looks like the Cavalier could be going for a push here, and they could do a really dangerous push here as well. It could be really hard to hit off, and Blast Furnace actually probably not going to make it. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to start researching that somewhere else. That's definitely going to hurt. That +4 attack could have been really helpful. At least he hasn't lost his Paladin upgrade, which is no doubt one of the most tedious upgrades in the game to make. And here come the Cavalier. It looks like they're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Still though, one volley pretty much killing off a Cavalier here, so going to be kind of hard to deal with. Looks like Viper's trying to wait it out until he gets up to Paladin, but I don't know how good that's going to be. Do we have another Smith? Yes, Viper has put up another Smith over here. Heavy Cavalry Archer by the looks of things, and don't think he's going to be able to fight this one out over here. He doesn't have the upgrades that Mr. Yo does for the water. Oh yeah, they do get galleons. I was pretty certain they did. But here we go. Paladins has been done. They are out. They are doing a lot of damage actually, and naturally they're soaking up that arrow fire like nothing else can, apart from really a battering ram. And of course a skirmisher. That and skirmisher. Skirmishers just don't have the HP that we want. Looks like battering rams are on the way. Paladin's being produced on the side over here. Looks like Viper's going to be pushing in through this position over here. 400 points in favour to Viper. These Cavalier though, Paladins just not being able to get in here. Mr. Yo's positioning being really good. He's kind of definitely positioning well. He's really thinking about it here. Sitting in there was definitely a good idea. Moving out here, maybe not such a good idea, because, well, these Paladins are going to be able to get a better angle. Where they were really hard to get in. You could have minimal units attacking. Mr. Yo really starting to make a difference here in the scoring. Viper starting to push out across here, and of course doing a little bit of damage, because as we do know, they do have a nice amount of splash damage. Siege Ram actually on the way. More and more stables coming up on this side over here. Looks like the Paladins are starting to deal with this side over here, but Castle's coming out reinforcing from Mr. Yo right now, not making it an easy spot to engage in. That ballistics and thumb ring just making it really hard to kind of get out of there when he needs to start attacking. Looks like we're seeing archery ranges come up, could be going for skirmishes. Galleon upgrade for both players done. No chemistry for Viper though, so it's definitely out there. And he might actually be going for skirmishes here. He might need them, because of course he does have a lot of resources available, but still. And here come the Paladins on this side by the look of it. Could win here on just simply harassment if he manages to get in here and do enough damage. Rams should be able to deal with this castle, and actually got a lot of stables up over here, so we could be really starting to put out a lot of damage. Really interested to see what he's starting to do with these archery range though. What's he going to be queuing? Skirmishes, cavalry archers. Skirmishes seems like the natural kind of trash response, but he could go for some kind of big cavalry archer push against cavalry archers, because as we do know, cavalry archers do quite well against cavalry archers. This castle over here slowly getting killed off. These Paladins dealing with these villagers here. It looks like they are trying to garrison or repair. They are garrisoning, and that's really not going to make a difference because 4 siege rams generally kills off a castle extremely quickly. These cavalry archers are moving up, those siege rams too. These paladins look like they will be able to hold these cavalry archers back for a little bit. Elite skirmisher on the way, so we will be trying to get some kind of trash response here. As we do know, paladins and elite skirmishers are quite a formidable army to go up against. They do cover pretty much all the bases. And on this side here, he really needs to keep pushing in. He needs to keep that harassment going. Viper winning at the moment by 300 points. It's actually extremely tight for what it is. And we do have these siege rams moving up. It looks like these paladins will be able to deal with them. These elite skirmishers still going to be kind of hard to use because he's not able to get any out at the moment. Mr. Yo actually getting some pikes out, which is kind of interesting. Don't usually see a lot of pikes. And of course, these galleys not being able to move in to take out this castle, because as we know, castles are extremely effective against galleons, especially once you get heated shot. That stuff is actually ridiculous. Sitting under this town center right now, but well, they have 4 pierce armors, not exactly doing too much damage, but they're going to take a long time to kill it off. Looks like the paladins might be moving in here. We should be able to take this one out quite quickly. Viper moving in through this section over here, slowly taking out a lot of this. However, it looks like there is quite a few halberdier pikes built up in here. The siege rams, of course, just kind of hanging out like they do. Trebuchet actually out at the moment, which is interesting. That paladin might just be able to kill it off there. So definitely going to be a good effort from those paladins. And cavalry archers here look like they're going to just get away with living. Over here, a few more paladins. Viper really pushing in through this side hard now, trying to do quite a bit of damage. These halberdiers, of course, not going to be making life easy. Heavy cavalry archers as well. Double castle over here, like we've seen. This map was extremely resource heavy, so he's going to be able to do quite a bit. And it looks like this town center will be going down to these siege rams. And on this side, it looks like Viper's slowly fighting it back. These skirmishers definitely going to be helping out with that gold food cost, but he does have a lot available there, and I don't think he's even hasn't even built a market yet, so he hasn't started trading off. I don't think Mr. Yo just putting his market up then, so he is starting to market off some of that wood and food for gold, so it could start be hurting him, but of course he has lost quite a few gold spots over here. Looks like the harassment's actually been really good over here for Viper, and he's starting to really get a lot of damage done. But saying the same, Mr. Yo's definitely picked up a lot of ground over here, so it's quite close still. I can't exactly call it right now. Viper moving forward with a castle, more siege rams, moving in with some monks as well. Still some villagers over here, could be worth killing them off just to kind of halt the amount of stone that's coming in. And skirmishers moving across over here. Stables coming up for Mr. Yo, could be going for hussars maybe. What's his plan? No, it looks like he's actually moving into paladins. He's starting to create knights up here. Cavalier being done. This is going to be interesting, especially if Viper starts going into a bigger skirmisher mix, because as we know, paladins just absolutely gut skirmishers. And over here, this castle going up will be able to deal with all of these units. Looks like these pikes should be able to kill off this guy over here. And barracks doing quite a bit of damage. There we go. Viper definitely picking up a lot of ground on this side over here. Next stop's going to be these 2 castles, and hopefully Mr. Yo can stop it there. However, Viper taking back a lot of this ground over here. Cavalier being done. Is he going for a paladin? I don't think he's got any more stables about. Cavalier might be enough, just try and kill off a bunch of these skirmishers. He doesn't even have all the upgrades on them, so they're not going to be the most effective unit in the world, but still they're going to be better against skirmishers than cavalry archers. On this side, yes, castle is up. Looks like he's moving on to this gold pile here. How's he doing? He's actually got quite a few gold piles still about, but you know, if you can take your opponent's gold piles, we'll take them. Might see a few more siege workshops come up over here. Might even see a trebuchet decide to come out. Just looking for other things. Barracks coming up here. We do have some battering rams moving up onto these castles, and of course villagers being used to kill them off, because as we know, cavalry archers do nothing against battering rams. Just trying to see any good positions, that there ain't anything I'm missing. Mr. Yo's still just hanging out around here. It looks like Viper was starting to take the water control again, but no, Mr. Yo did see that one quite quickly. Again, he can't even come up over here because, well, these galleons just are taking them out too quickly. Over here, this castle's starting to look like it's in a bit of trouble. Viper's still trying to push in through this section over here. However, Mr. Yo doing a good job at defending it, actually. Like I said, the positioning of this cavalry archer army here has just been absolutely great for a while now, and he's really been using that to his advantage. Like we can see, the paladins are having a real trouble getting in there and trying to surround these units, which is probably what they're best at. Halberdiers out on the way, more of them. Cavalry archer halberdier versus paladin skirmisher. Definitely a good combination actually to be going up against. Two of probably the strongest combinations of units for Huns going up. Another castle going up over here. And it looks like we've got the Cavalier actually pushing in now. Yep, and there's that trebuchet we were waiting on. Cavalier going to be doing a lot of damage though, because over here it's mostly skirmishers, only a few paladins to back it up. So these trebuchets could actually get killed off, and as we know, trebuchet is definitely a very expensive unit. Viper really starting to focus pushing on this side over here now. So that could work out really well for him. If he can get this area here under control, he's going to be able to do quite well. But still, Cavalry Archer for Viper actually now, starting to transition into Cavalry Archers while we have Mr. Yo transitioning to Paladins. This has been a pretty intense game actually. And it looks like this trebuchet will get killed off. Yes, there we go. And it looks like this one over here is going to survive, and it's doing quite a bit of damage actually. These Paladins definitely moving forward. This section over here could go down for Mr. Yo soon actually, and that's really what's holding his economy intact. Once that goes down, Viper can just kind of sweep this area with Paladins, Hussars, whatever it decides to. Looks like those Cavalier did get killed off. He did lose a few trebuchets though, so that's really going to hurt in the long run just because they're so expensive. And yeah, these castles over here definitely getting taken down, so not quite so good position for Mr. Yo right now. Currently Viper 1,000 points up, definitely making headway over here, pushing up with more archery ranges, might even see some siege workshops, another trebuchet there by the looks of it, so he's starting to get really serious in his hand. However, Mr. Yo is still pushing up on this side over here, not giving up any ground whatsoever. These cavalry archers still doing a lot of damage. And yeah, there we go, still killing off a lot of these paladins, especially backed up by this castle down over here. Yes, one down, it looks like we're about to lose this one, and ooh, it's a close one. This one here should be about to go down, probably 2 more hits. Could see the GG from Mr. Yo soon, actually. Like I said, once he loses this area over here, he's going to lose this gold, he's going to lose this wood, and he's probably going to lose all this farming here, so that's going to be an interesting one to see how he decides to counter that. Viper's still pushing in with the paladins on this side. It really feels like this game's been going for about an hour just by the amount of carnage we've seen, but of course starting off with those 3 extra town centers have really accelerated this game. More halberdiers coming out for him. What's he going for over here? Viper, what's the plan? You going for cavalry archers? Or nothing? That works too. Still pushing in through this section over here. Viper could definitely use some rams or trebuchets to take out this castle right now. Heavy cavalry archers on this side over here. Viper going for cavalry archers on this side as well, because as we do know, Mr. Yo is going for quite a few of these halberdiers right now. Currently 2,100 points in favor of Viper. He's going to be starting to push up with these trebuchets any moment soon actually, and that's going to make it really hard, especially with all these barracks coming out from Mr. Yo. This cavalry archer transition is going to make it really hard to deal with. Trebuchet is up there, the castle is pushing out, speeding things along. Looks like the siege line has been moved up, and this castle will be going down quite quickly by the looks of things. Definitely doing well though, keeping all these units done. And over this side, Mr. Yo starting to kill off quite a few units with these cavalry archers. Still there, however, they will be getting killed off quite quickly now. There are cavalry archers out for Viper. Paladins as well, just soaking up a lot of this damage. Siege rams moving in now for Viper. And I think this might just about be over. Watching this, another siege workshop coming down over here. Probably going to get out a mangonel or something to try and deal with these cavalry archers. But these paladins going to be making life hard enough as it is. Cavalry archers could run down over here, kill off a lot of this. Viper doing a great job at pushing in over here. Is this going for the town center, or just looks like it's just hanging out now? And I heard a monk. I think I heard a monk then. I don't know, cavalry archers on this side still pushing in here, doing a lot of damage, killing off a lot of these villagers. Lots are losing over here. Mr. Yo is definitely going down score-wise now, 3,100 points in favour of the Viper. Cavalry archer transition doing quite well now, because he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with that. Castle over here has gone down, that's good. Double siege workshop coming up finally, which is great. He's going to be able to start pushing with that. Siege ram over here starting to get some damage onto these trebuchets, but of course ram versus ram, we know how that ends. Just like we know how ram versus trebuchet ends, I guess. Ooh, we got both of them with the splash. That's actually pretty dangerous. These units over here killing off more and more units by the looks of things. Viper just getting the eco just destroyed right now for Mr. Yo. Over on this side here, there is a castle, and there we go, GG from Mr. Yo. That was a pretty intense game, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.